Hello, hello, hello. I am Loretta Holmberg of Polite Pups Academy, and I'm here because, well, it's that time of the year, right? That some folks are going to be adopting another dog or purchasing a puppy or a dog for the holiday season. That's what usually happens during the holiday season. So let's talk about some things that you need to remember when you bring home either a rescue dog or even a new pup, right? Um, Make sure if you have any existing dog already on your property, right, in your house, make sure that you introduce your new dog to the other dog outside on neutral grounds, not in your yard, not just outside of your backyard or just outside of your front door, but totally in neutral ground. Take them for a walk together. And then after that, you can put your resident dog in the backyard and then bring the new dog to the outside of the fence to let them smell each other, right? It is important not to let the new dog invade your resident dog's territory. So you need to take this step very, very slowly. As hard as it may feel, though, you should always wait 24 to 48 hours before fully introducing the new dog into your pack. Keep them in separate areas of the house for the first day at least to let everyone decompress. When you first get home, introduce your new dog to the outside of your house before bringing him inside or before bringing her inside. Let him take in all the new smells. Show him where he will go to potty and make sure to uh, treat the dog when he goes potty there, right? Then take him or her for a walk to burn off any extra energy. Introducing your new dog to the inside of your home, you want to enter and introduce your dog to your house very slowly. Restrict the access to one area of the home. You should start with a small boundary before you open it up. All right. He or she is going to be stressed for the first few days. Okay. And I'll talk about the 333 rule of dogs in a bit here. So the smaller the new area, the more comfortable he or she will be. Keep him on a leash for at least the first day, preferably the first 3 days or so. You don't always have to hold on to the leash. He can drag the leash around with him, but this gives you quick access to him, or you can step on the leash, right, if needed. All right. I do this even with foster dogs that come and live in our home. It helps the dog not get overwhelmed, and it also helps limit potty accidents. Keep the first few days very quiet and low key. In fact, I'm going to tell you, keep that first 2 weeks very quiet and low key. I like to do the 2 week shutdown period where dogs are not really interacting with any new like people, going out too much, going out for potty and maybe walk around the block, but not really meeting any new people. Visitors are not coming to the home at all. You want your dog to not feel overwhelmed. You want your dog to be able to decompress. So don't overwhelm your dogs with visitors coming to see how cute he is. Don't take him to the dog park. Definitely avoid the dog park. I am not a fan of dog parks. Avoid overwhelming situations altogether. Wait until your dog has a chance to get to know you and the new home first. Then give him plenty of time to set. That will give him plenty of time to settle in. Give your new dog a safe area to decompress. The open crate is a great tool to use to create a comforting den-like area. In another live, I'm going to talk about crate training and how that really, really helps a dog to be comfortable. Create a routine starting from day one, right? That will help your dog feel more comfortable. Dogs are pretty much like, like I used to teach in a classroom. With kids, right? First graders, they love routine. Dogs love routine as well. I'm not equating dogs to kids, but they love routine. Kids and dogs love routine. Schedule his or her feeding, walks, sleep, and playtime. All right. The sooner you establish a routine, the better you both will feel. A feeding schedule will also help with potty training because then you can, let your dog out right after he or she eats, and you know that that is when he or she's going to potty. All right. Research dog training classes definitely. And if you want to start with online classes or on-demand video classes, you know the place to go, Polite Pups Academy. We have currently on sale the independent study program for From Fearful Fido to Confident Canine online study course, independent study for only $79, and you have lifetime, not limited, you have lifetime access to the trainings, to the video trainings and whatnot. And you can get support as you're implementing the different modules here in the Polite Pups Academy Facebook group. Training is so important for your dog, so please don't skip this part of being a responsible dog owner. If you want to go to that link, because the $79 sale, the holiday sale, is only available until December 24th, 2021 at 11:59. Okay. Now, kids and dogs, don't leave kids alone with your new dog for the first few weeks. In fact, I would say for the first few months, your dog is going to be stressed from moving to a new home that he or she's not familiar with, and you add a child that just wants to hug and kiss the dog. That's a recipe for disaster. Even the nicest dog can bite out of fear and protection. Okay. So, what is the 333 rule when adopting a dog? The 333 rule represents the phases of a rescue dog. There are common milestones that new dog or puppy will go through. It is not exact. So, that means it is just kind of like an indicator, but some dogs may take longer than 333. Okay. So, it's the 333 rule is the first 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months after bringing your dog home from the shelter, right? Or the rescue. Uh, so if you've ever started a new job or moved to a new school, you probably know this feeling already, the feeling of being in an unfamiliar place, new surroundings, new people, new rules. Okay. So the 333 rule is a general guideline. Like I said, it's just kind of like an indicator, a general guideline. Every dog is unique and will adjust differently. So give your dog space and allow him or her to go at his or her own pace. Right. So how long does dog usually, a rescue dog especially, take to adjust? The honest answer is it depends. Every dog and situation is unique and will adjust differently. Like I said, some will follow the 333 rule to a T. Others will take 6 months or a full year to feel completely comfortable, and that is okay. It's just a general guideline. Okay, you need to always give your dog space and allow him or her to go at his or her own space. All right, and you'll look back someday and be amazed at the transformation that your dog has made. So, in the first 3 days, your new dog will be overwhelmed with the new surroundings, will not be able to be comfortable enough to be himself or herself. Don't be alarmed if she doesn't want to eat or he doesn't want to eat for the first couple of days. Many dogs don't eat when they're stressed. He may shut down and want to curl up in his crate or under the table or behind the sofa, maybe scared and unsure of what's going on. Or maybe the opposite, and test you to see what you can get away with, kind of like a teenager, right? So there's that feeling of overwhelm, maybe scared and unsure of what's going on, not comfortable enough to be himself or herself, may not want to eat or drink, may shut down and want to curl up in his crate or hide under a table, testing the boundaries. That's absolutely all right. What I would suggest to you is just leave that dog alone. Put the food, put water out. When they need to go, they will when they're hungry and they will need to drink, they will go. Just ignore the dog. That's what I did with Cole, my American Cocker Spaniel Dachshund mix, when he came to us as fosters, like because he had bitten a couple of times already. Um, uh, he had bitten a couple of other fosters several times. I just left him in the office and kind of like he had his own bed, he had his own stuff there, and I just ignored him. I just did my work. Eventually, he felt comfortable enough to come close to me, and he was like asking for pets. But that took like about 24 hours to like 2 days, and then he wasn't like always okay. I was still very, I took my time, very cautious. But eventually he came around and he's fine now. Like after 3 weeks, though, you'll find that your dog starts to settle in, feels more comfortable, realizing that this may be his forever home, figured out his environment and getting into the routine that you have set. He may let his gut down and may start showing his real personality. Behavior issues may also start showing at this time. This is your time to be a strong pack leader and show him what is right or wrong. And this is when training really will help, because you want your dog to see you as a respectable leader and not someone that he or she can boss around, right? Okay. And you want your dog to look up to you and not you be scared of your dog. Okay. So again, I said, this 3 weeks, some dogs may take longer, some dogs a little bit shorter. Okay. And then after 3 months, your dog is now completely comfortable in his or her home, built trust, a true bond with your dog, which gives him or her a complete sense of security with you. Set in the routine, and will come to expect his dinner at his usual time. My dogs are that way, but my dogs have been with me, anywhere from like 5+ years to a couple of months, right? Definitely more than 3 months. Cole has been with us for more than 3 months, but he knows when dinner time is. So after 3 months, your dog finally is comfortable in his home, builds trust and a true bond with whoever the handler is and other people in the house. Training is the key to actually building trust and bonding with your dog. Training really helps with that. Once your dog gains a complete sense of security in new family, right, you want to make sure you continue with the routine. Okay. Your rescue dog can certainly be your best friend as well as a true um, uh, family member in your home. However, you must help your dog get there, right? It's not going to magically know what to do. It's kind of like if you brought a kid who has never been to the school before, you cannot expect the kid to know exactly what to do like there needs to be a routine set up. Kid needs to be told when the classes are and whatnot, right? It's the same thing with the dog, right? The dog needs to go into a routine. You need to help your dog to get your dog to where it needs to be. But you need to understand that um, you cannot force your dog, like even though the timeline says 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, sometimes it's going to take a little bit longer than that. I always recommend that 2 week shutdown period because that really helps with your dog just chilling and kind of like come to its own um, comfort level to engage with the things around the house and engage with you, right? I rarely do I force a dog to do something. Very rarely. Very rarely. Like especially it's a new dog, a foster dog, or if I'm taking care of somebody's dogs, like nope, I just let them decompress on their own first, before I actually will interact with them in other ways. So it is always good to allow the dog to decompress on their own. And training helps. I would say that if you have a dog that is fearful, all right, you as the main handler, after adoption, after about like after the past the 3 week period, right, close to maybe a month or so, start training. You can start slow. You can start with just the simple recall training. Recall training is awesome. Like the come, right? Because you can make a game into it. I will link the recall training video underneath wherever it is that you're watching around. So I'm going live on YouTube as well as um, Facebook. So I'll link the recall videos below. It's free for you to get. So recall is awesome. You can start with that, and then you can go with others. I always teach all my clients to do quiet time with the dog because that allows your dog to be in thinking mode of like what is going to make me most comfortable. And I always also encourage clients to, if you have like regular visitors to the house, let's say you have friends that come over very regularly, or maybe you have adult kids, or maybe you're staying by yourself, but you have like a girlfriend or boyfriend that comes over. I would say have those people as well train your dog, and it might just be as easy as doing recall training or the quiet time training, and I'll go over those training in more detail later on. But you definitely get the recall training. You can download the free videos when you click on the link that I'm going to share here in a bit. All right, so these are some things that you really need to think about this holiday season if you are going to be adopting another dog or purchasing another dog and bringing it into the family. If you have friends who are thinking about getting a dog and they've never had a dog before, or they have an existing dog already and they're trying to add to that dog, trying to add another dog to their household. I can't even talk today. Then you want to make sure that you refer them to this send them the link to this video, because it's going to help them with the 333 rule as well as what are some things to look up for and what are some things that they need to know. So I'm just going to hang out here in a few minutes. I see there are several people watching this currently. If you have question, can you please ask your questions before I head out here. Okay. It's so nice to be on here again. Remember, independent, there is a holiday sale for the independent study of the course From Fearful Fido to Confident Canine. It's not just for for dogs that are afraid. It's really for all dogs, but it works really great for dogs who are fearful, anxious, and who may be reactive. All right. That's the same training that I use with my face-to-face clients, as well as my other online clients that go through my coaching, like dog training coaching program, um, several times a year. But it is just offered as an independent study. You can do it at your own pace, but all the modules are there. There's a pre-training module, and then there are 6 other modules, lots of videos to help you, guide you. And when you get that course, make sure you join the Polite Pups Academy Facebook group, so that as you're going through the course and you're implementing it and working with your dog and you have questions, you can just post it in the group, and different people can help you with the responses, as well as me. I'll be there as well. All right. I don't see any questions. So I am going to end today's broadcast live. I will see you back here tomorrow, and about the same time tomorrow. If you have any questions then, or if you have any questions for then, make sure you post it right below this video. Take care, everyone. And remember, if you are going to be adopting a dog or purchasing a dog for this holiday season, follow the protocol, right? Follow the protocol that I went through in the beginning part of the video. All right. Take care, everyone. Oh, don't forget to like this video if you're watching this on Facebook, and subscribe to our channel. Bye.